kind of getting through Tropical Storm Debby. We are fine. We're high and dry. But there are a lot of other people in Sarasota that are not. We had some, I guess you could call it catastrophic flooding. We have gotten pretty much non-stop rain for over 24 hours now, even longer. We went to church yesterday morning. It was really raining, but like that's pretty normal for Florida, you know, it's not like it was scary or anything like that. My dad is down here at the moment. My mom is still in Ohio. He had come down here just for the weekend to work on some things. Their house is in a flood zone area. They have gotten a little bit of water in their house like one other time. He decided to come over to our house around noon after church. He kind of put some stuff up in the house as much as he could. Took carpets out again and things like that. It hadn't really done any damage the last time because it wasn't in there very long. He was concerned that it was gonna flood because before he left around noon yesterday, he said it was like halfway up the backyard. So he just brought his stuff over here. Last night, at some point, Nick and the boys went on a little drive to kind of see what's happening in the area, and they were able to drive over to Mom and Dad's house. Went, checked on their place. He said, no, everything looks good. Front yard didn't even look bad or anything. Dad was very puzzled. He was like, what in the world? He found it very shocking that, you know, it hadn't flooded with all this rain. So apparently the pump stations or something have been able to kind of keep up. But there's a big Philippi Creek that goes through there, multiple different places and whatever. Well, this morning, it is a complete different story. People like in Pinecraft area are very much flooded. Apparently like 4 a.m. the creek, levee, whatever the situation is over there, overflowed, couldn't handle it anymore, and it spilled over anyone within probably 500 yards to 1,000 yards or something on either side of Philippi Creek. It's a pretty big creek. Got affected by it. There are some areas in Pinecraft, which is kind of where the little Amish Mennonite community is. My parents live close to there. But they, unfortunately, their property sits at probably one of the lowest parts of that area. My dad, Nick, and the boys took off to kind of go drive around. There's a bunch of road closures and stuff. It's not raining right now, as you can see, but we're not necessarily, I don't know if we're out of the woods yet as far as water and stuff, but they're being responsible. But they want to kind of go see what's happening. Just, we really don't know how Mom and Dad's house is looking. We kind of fear the worst.
This is Graber Street. Down there at the end is the new bridge, just coming off of Bay Vista north side. We think there might be somebody in that house right there, so we're gonna go check. This is the Pinecraft Park.
How much more? Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
You're fine with the exhaust.
Keep coming. Yep, yep. Try that.
The rescue crew.
They just drive around looking for people.
This is File Street coming out to Bay Vista. Ice cream shop is right over there. The little ice cream trailer, barbecue place.
They got a lot going on up there.
That's where a shuttle comes out. Yep, that bus is going to. This feels like.
See if you could get across like right there. Oh, that's so much water.
You said something about
All I see
is this their house?
Yeah. Hey, right here's your mailbox, Virginia.
And you see the car, Nick?
Oh, the SUV is underwater right there. The camper and RV back there is done. Doggone. Floating down south Lockwood. There's a Gearhart going in that way. Is an Airbnb there. This is somebody from our church.
Cry for you right now.
I'm just so grateful that, you know, Dad didn't go back over last night, that he's okay, that Mom's obviously not here either. She's in Ohio. I'm just so thankful that, you know, they are okay. But it feels so, like, surreal to look at that and realize, like, it's gone. And it's definitely something to process, and I feel sorry for Mom. I know she would like to be here, and yet at the same time, I'm kind of glad she's not, because there's nothing you can do at this moment. Like, you have to wait till the water goes down. And yeah, thankfully they were able to rescue some people today. Brandon, one of the guys from church, he said with their boat they were in, I think they rescued like 5 people. So there was police on airboats. Definitely a lot of rescue going on. I don't know how long it's going to take to even be able to get into the houses. I guess time will tell. I'm guessing a couple days. My dad was scheduled to fly back up to Ohio today, but they rescheduled that flight already yesterday to tomorrow. Just have one car down here. Mom wants to get down here, but for the next couple days there's really not that much you're going to be able to do. So I think he might be flying up to Ohio and driving back down with their big van so that they have the second vehicle here. We have really good community around here, and I know that, you know, people will band together and, you know, work and try to get this all cleaned up. A lot of people in the same shoes as Mom and Dad, and they were going to do renovations this summer. Thank the Lord they didn't. I think that was probably God not letting their permits and stuff go through.
Something else. Yep. Right. Sarah Lakes.
That's the original creek, is way over there, and it just completely flooded.
Actually, still right there.
Ay, ay, ay.
Can't sit. So like, you know.
Alright, it's the day after the storm. The sun's been shining most of the day, which is really good. Nick went over this morning after he took my dad to the airport. He went over this morning and borrowed my brother-in-law's brother's kayak. He wanted to go down and see, you know, how stuff is looking again. at mom and dad's place and wherever. So he borrowed his kayak. They had it stored in a garage somewhere, and they said, please help yourself. So he did that. So I'll put in some footage here for you guys to see. I think the water is down by maybe 2 feet or so, which is good. Still has a ways to go. Not really sure how long it'll take. A couple churches here, Mennonite churches in the area, are organizing a evening dinner for anyone needing like a hot meal. So that is happening tonight at the gym there, and so I think we can help them clean up. They're needing volunteers to either help make food, serve, or clean up. Hopefully help clean up. If not help with food today, maybe another day we can help with that.
So I just gained entrance into Dwayne's house. Definitely rearranged the furniture a little bit. What a mess. The water line was up to right above the switches, as you can tell. So probably about just over 5 feet, I think. So now the fun begins. See if we can salvage anything.
So I wanted to kind of give you a little look as to the surroundings and how this whole flooding happened here in the Bellevue Terrace Pinecraft area. So there's a Philippi Creek, we call it, that runs throughout town, and it eventually ends up down in the bay, Sarasota Bay. Well, this Philippi Creek runs right through like the Pinecraft area, right beside, within seeing distance of my parents' place. There's like a walking trail, and then on the other side of the Philippi Creek runs another big, like, levee. I don't know what to call it, like a big, huge ditch. And it's like an overflow. The best I can tell, it's like an overflow for this thing. And that whole ditch, it's pretty deep. That whole thing filled up during the middle of the night and just flooded its way down into the community. And that is just how much rain we got in the 24-hour period of time. We got probably, I think I heard reports of 20 inches. We heard Bradenton emptied out millions of gallons of waste water, and that will end up flowing into this Philippi Creek, in other words. So my parents' place is in a flood zone. They were aware of it. They did prep for it. They, prepped for maybe a foot or two. He put rugs up, he put stuff up on chairs, he put books up on like level height stuff, but none of that actually mattered because of the 5 foot of water or more that we got. That's why I say no one expected it to be this bad. People were scrambling to get out of homes. It is just one of those completely unprecedented things that happened. Residents who've lived here for 50, 60 years have never seen the likes. Hopefully we'll get our Sarasota back to its prime in time, but it will be a long journey. So let's get into the rest of the video. All right, I am headed to my parents' house just to kind of see things. I haven't been there yet. Okay, so here was like probably some of the deepest flooding in this area, from what I can tell. And there's my parents' place. Aww. Little tree house is just fine. Look at that. The golf cart's lights are on. Forgot about like things like that. The 2 campers they have back there, the one is new, the other one is old. I don't know if there's insurance for those things. They have insurance, but I don't know if they'll cover flooding. Here's our trailer. Oh, Oh. It's just sickening. It's just so sad. I know it's just a house. So Nick said I have to crawl through this window because the door is kind of wedged. Oh my. Ay, ay, ay. You can tell where the water was in here. Up there. I just had no idea furniture would move around this much. What in the world? This is not all wet even. I should take that with me. Why is that not wet? Unbelievable. Y'all. A lot of these things are scrapbooks that I did. I did this one. This is still dripping. Look at this. This is when we came to Florida. Ay, ay, ay.
And they stop at Wado in a luggage hall doing all.
This was an Airbnb. And they were almost didn't make it out in time, Carolyn says. Oh my, Mom and Dad. They just got done renovating this house for someone. Oh my goodness.
That's your bedroom.
Oh yeah, my old bed. This bed has moved around, but this was our old bed. Unreal. Ah, the carpet. Oh. What is it?
It is, but the other ones that came there Friday night.
People are cleaning out today. That was a lot, and I'm sorry, the footage was probably not the best. It is just a lot. It's really kind of overwhelming and depressing to just see. I tried to get a few things out. I went through 2 of the Airbnbs there on the street. I'm not going to get into anything as far as in the house today or anything. I'm going to just, I think, wait till Mom and Dad get here because they can kind of see what they want to try to salvage, and the rest will probably just be shoved over or bulldozed. So Nick is helping at some church friends' house right now. They're doing they had a little bit of flooding, nothing super major, but enough that, you know, you're going to need to pull some drywall out and repairs and stuff. So he's helping there. What's up, Bowie?
Can you put this thing back?
So I want to try and go get groceries before I have to get the boys from school. Nick just told me that our governor, Ron DeSantis, is at Yoder's in Pinecraft. I guess he's in town.
What up, what up?
You need your boots?
Not the water level.
Good thing. What's new?
We're starting
Hi.
the cleanup.
Daddy, get your boots.
Ripping out drywall. Going over to Chris's place to see if we can, I don't know, whatever.
Did you finish some at Rudy's?
Thank
Or?
you, baby. We finished at Rudy's, yeah. Took all the drywall out, which his wasn't very bad. Put some fans in there, and he's good to go.
I was at the house and Chip Stolzfus stopped in there, and
Which house?
At Cronley.
Oh.
And then he stopped in, talked to him, and I went over to across the street. Well, Carolyn came over. Those houses are just,
Yeah, what a mess.
So here's some of the photo albums. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I don't know, would it be better to like just take pictures of stuff and put it in a scrapbook that way? And do like online photo books maybe? Because otherwise, I don't know. I mean, Mom and Dad just got here. I am on my way to pick up some groceries and essentials that I ordered for them. I'm just picking them up at Target, really easy, don't have to go in, but I wanted to, they have like how many different offers of houses that they're able to stay at. I am gonna take some grocery essentials and things like that over to where they're gonna be staying at. And I also have some clothes that I washed yesterday. They actually turned out pretty good. For the time being, there's gonna be dinners being made at the Palm Grove gym. So here's the house that they put so much work into. It's a beautiful small house here, Pinecraft area. Yeah, my dad and her put hours and hours and hours into this place, fixing it up for some friends. And so, very cute little place. It's mostly just a winter home usually. I think they sometimes rent it out to friends and family, the owners do, but this is, yeah, beautiful bathroom here. I'm so glad they can stay somewhere that feels, you know, cozy and feels like it'll give them a hug at the end of the day. There's a laundry room outside here. Okay, I've got some snacky type stuff here, and then I also have some stuff that I put in the fridge. A little bit of fruit, some milk, and different things. This street was really bad. Yesterday I could not get through at all. And this is like the end of the walking trail at Lockwood Ridge. The smell was just really bad. My sister just gave this to my mom for Mother's Day, and it's still good. This was our old house in Ohio where we grew up. Hi, Mom.
It's unbelievable.
What are we feeling?
I'm kind of numb right now. I had my second, third, fourth cry, whatever, but
Sure,
now it's just like trying to get through this and pick out what I can, trash the rest. We'll just tear the whole thing down, we'll leave the mess inside, and
It's just a
tear it away.
disaster.
I've heard people talk about flooding and how bad it is, but I had no clue.
Yeah, not until
No
you
clue.
actually experience it. It's awful.
Unbelievable.
The grime and the contamination even is just...
The faux plants really do really well in a flood. That's pretty much what I managed to save. So
Well,
that's my
I
decor
mean,
items that I'm saving, and thankfully our family home from Ohio is still okay. Hey!
Pizza, drinks and chips.
Oh! Village Pizzas. Emma, the owner there, is going around delivering pizzas.
Ja, men some of the andra obviously. Hi there.
This is
So do you want pizza too?
We're gonna go talk to the neighbors. We've been boxing up stuff from the kitchen that we can salvage, stuff that's up high enough. And I'm taking some laundry again. I can do that at home. So I need to run back home, be with the girls, and then maybe later check back in. But
spot now.
Oh yeah, and you can't put the smell on camera and you can't show how hot it is. My car is, well, it's coming down, but it's upper 90s. Plus, you know, the Florida humidity, very hot, very hot. Do you think you can clean that?
Okay, I have to go into the car.
Why are you putting the fridge out?
I don't know. I guess he wants to make more room.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh,
Pick it up.
he's gonna pick it up. I see. What for? Oh, scrap. Is it?
It's dirty.
It's dirty. What's going on here? Harper, what happened?
And then, at Grandma's house.
At Grandma's house. Is it dirty?
It's dirty. Come here.
Dirty.
Come here.
What?
I'm in the hole.
Oh, what is that?
It's a thing from Grandma.
You want me to hold you? Because it's so dirty, huh? Oakland, what do you think?
I don't like
Is it pretty bad? Yeah. Harper, there's more stuff. You gonna try and salvage
I
it?
might try to see what
I
happens.
love
Nothing
that
to
quilt.
lose.
I know. Take it to the laundromat even or something. A big washer. You want me to come? Why?
Come.
What's wrong?
Come.
We'll go. Do you want to go out to the car?
No.
Do you want to go home?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Grandpa's are done for the day. We're back at it this morning. It's a little hard to know where to start, but it's just extremely nice to know that we're not like having to move everything out because of bulldozing the house. It feels so overwhelming. We definitely have to have a lot more help. They're bringing this out for some scrap metal. A guy who likes to take the metal stuff. People from church came to deliver food. So thankful. Friends and church friends. Got sandwiches, cookies, chips, subs, watermelon, drinks, and look what we found. This was to my grandma. Happy birthday, Mommy, from Oakland.
But the kitchen's in, the water's running.
Okay, a few things. I'm gonna end the video here, and next week I'll pick up kind of where we left off today and show maybe some more of the cleanup process and things like that. But I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you all so much for the outpouring of love already on my Instagram account, and messages and prayers and even comments in other videos. Thank you so much for watching the video, because it is a way that you guys are even able to help give back to my parents in a small way. I'm very grateful for that. It's just a little way that I can give back to them. And so I just appreciate you guys watching the video. I did want to put a few things here because as I was editing, I realized there's some things that I kind of didn't film or didn't talk about because I forget what all I have filmed. But I did want to say they do have flood insurance. So not everything is covered, obviously, as far as contents and all of that goes. They have a smaller policy for that. But like the flood insurance, as far as the house, they are taken care of there. I know there's, you know, a lot of people who do have that, but then there's also people who don't. With their house and why we're bulldozing it, as I mentioned, we're going to do a big remodel already this summer. They were going to do some renovations, new roof. They have had the house tented for like termites. They were going to put on a new addition to the back, or like rip off the old piece. It's really poorly built, and it's an old house. It was built in the 50s. They were going to put in new flooring, add a piece to the front. So we're so grateful that it did not go through the permits and stuff for whatever reason. God knew. I'm just going to believe that. And it's just, once you take all of the drywall and the studs that have been wet, roof is not great. Like all of this stuff, once you take it all out and gut it and see what's left of it, it's not really worth trying to rebuild or remodel because of all of the stuff that I mentioned previously. So don't know what they're going to do yet going forward. The house they're staying at, they're so grateful for this. Many, many, many people who reached out offering their homes for them to stay in. They're very grateful for that. And they can stay in the house they're at till January, so that gives them some time to think things through, pray about it. They could potentially rebuild on the lot, but it would have to be on like stilts, like a beach house type of thing. They would not just rebuild the same way, obviously. They might do that, or maybe they'll look for another place in the meantime, or maybe they're just gonna hold on for right now, kind of wait it out and see what they feel like they need to do. So for now, they're well taken care of, and we're very grateful for that. And it's just through all of this, I wanted to leave you with encouragement versus discouragement, because I know that it has been kind of discouraging and depressing to look at all of this, but not all hope is lost. We still have the most important thing, and that is God. He never changes. His word never changes, and we can believe that through all of this, through all of life's tumultuous stuff, and all of it that happens to us. We live in a fallen world, and it's inevitable. God remains the same. He's faithful, and he will carry us through, and I believe that good can come of this. There could have even been a lot more worse things that could have happened, and we are just so thankful and grateful. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you all for watching. Again, I'll see you next time. Bye.